Welcome back, everyone, to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 17, Episode 1 of A Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniature game. We are playing Jon Snow's Brotherhood of the Watch versus Yigrette and the Freefolk wildlings in the north. We're doing a quick fast forward through the setup. We're going to have a word from this channel's sponsor, and then we'll jump right into round one gameplay. Thank you guys for watching. Pontus Fathom Hobbies is brought to you by the books that we produce. We've got the 6 volumes of the Catu journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, including Genealogy of Cthulhu, Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, Hermeticism of Hastur, also collected in the Omnibus edition. We've got the 3 volumes of Artificial Psychology of Desiring Machines, our podcast series with the Esoteric Saturn Mysteries, Esoteric Dragon Mysteries, and Alchemy and Anthroposophy in the Dune Saga. We've got our special sponsor from Nereus Media, including the Trump Saga, Reign of Trump, Tower of Trump, and the God Emperor Trump. Finally, our newest saga, The Alchemical Courtship in the Dreamlands, taking place in H.P. Lovecraft's Dreamlands. Each volume takes place in another dreamland city: Aimless in Cellophase, Hope's Home in Dalathleen, and Stubborn Devotions at the Temple of Thrawn. Now back to our gameplay. Okay, guys, go check out the bookstore links down below. Without further ado, let's jump into round number 1. Let's take a look at our forces on each side. We've got the Sworn Brothers, led by Jon Snow here. We've also got our Veterans of the Watch, led by the Watch Captain. And finally, we've got our Ranger Trackers, mounted. They're going to help us against the giants. We've got our 2 giants on the other side for the Freefolk. They'll be targeted by the mounted troops. We've got our Freefolk Raiders. And we've got Yigrette leading up our Spearwives. Now, technically, Yigrette is not a commander unit, but I think it's just kind of fun. We'll just kind of go with it. She does have Jon Snow is an official commander character, but Yigrette will be supplemented by the Spearwife Matriarch. So we'll have Jon Snow with the Watch Captain, Yigrette with the Spearwife Matriarch. For our non-combat units, we're going to have Jor of Mormont and Aemon, the secret Targaryen Maester of Castle Black. We'll also have Rattleshirt and the Weeper. Rattleshirt probably is the better commander. We've done Rattleshirt before, so we'll just have him as a non-fighting unit. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into this kind of skirmish mode. I believe the way we'll be playing it is, let's just think of it as the Nightswatch is on patrol, and we've got the Freefolk in the mix. Let's go ahead and start out with our first movements. We will start with our Ranger Trackers. Our Ranger Trackers, they get to move 6. So we'll go ahead and let's grab our tokens and our dice here as well. Got our tokens for activations. Okay, so with 6, we'll just have them do a normal maneuver. I'm going to actually have them cross the line here. So they'll do a pivot. They're going to do their 6. And we'll leave them at that. They'll also are able to pivot again, but we'll leave them at this place. Let's go ahead and have another maneuver. We'll give our activation here. Let's have our Spearwives coming out. Spearwives, they have 5 For the spear wives, you have the Ranger trackers. Want your spear wives going. Let's have them also do a pivot. So let's have them do a straight move here. And we'll have them pivot like this. Have them, they're going to probably do crossover as well. We'll give them an activation. Okay, next up we'll have, let's have Jon Snow and his sworn brothers. They'll do a full pivot. They'll do a motion of 5. And then they're going to do the full pivot again. So they're going to kind of swap positions here in the back row. And we will align them to spear wives. Next up, let's have a charge by our, actually we'll call it a march instead. We'll have a march by our Freefolk Raiders. Freefolk Raiders here with a march. It says Freefolk Raiders. With little training and crude weapons of bone and scavenged iron or steel, the Freefolk Raiders offer only one thing to counter advanced Westerosi army armor: multitudes. Encounters with Raider warbands in the south have left Westerosi commanders with little notion of Freefolk numbers north of the Wall. It's true that they have small units, that they're little more than armed peasants. However, under the Freefolk banner, they're an army. So they get they'll get 10 motion out of this. No initial pivot, so we'll just do it on this side here. So we'll have them slide up here. And I'm also going to have them pivot across just so they can make it like that, come into this against the veterans of the Watch. Speaking of the veterans, we take a look at our veterans of the Watch. While sworn brothers can confidently keep pace in the line, the veteran possess the arms and experience to push the line forward. They're skilled combatants, nigh impossible to break, and their personal kit consists of the best armor of the builders can forge. Even the most professional units of the Seven Kingdom can muster would find the veterans difficult to thwart, let alone defeat. So we will have our veterans of the Watch also moving with a pivot. They've got a 5. We'll move them forward to here, and then we'll also kind of this. So I guess our Raiders are going against our veterans. Our sworn brothers will be going against our spear wives. And lastly, we'll have our giants. We've got our savage giants. They've also got 5. We'll have them do a pivot this way, and they'll kind of meet in the middle. So pivot 1 with a 5 in here, and he'll probably do the similar with the 5 here. Pivot, and let's have a pivot like this. And I think that will be the final activation. Activation for each of these. Yeah, that's going to do it for that. So you can kind of see how this is going to line up here. We'll have the, let me just grab a turn round 1 token here. We're going to have the spear wives basically lining up with Jon Snow. We'll have our cavalry cross across, and then the veterans can line up against the Freefolk Raiders. And then finally our Ranger trackers trying to get some recurve bow shots across at our giants before they get into close combat. I think that's going to do it for the round. We'll do a quick fly over. Guys, go check out our paint through videos for all these. We've got a paint through video for both the starter set of the Brotherhood of the Watch, and for all of the expansion sets for our Freefolk. And we will see you guys in round number 2. I'll advance the charge, I'll clear out these tokens, and we'll see you in the next round. Thank you guys for watching.